We're trying so hard in our lives to fit in. We try to fit into certain groups, certain frats, certain sororities, among certain friends. Yet the people we idolize are the ones that stand out. But when you're prepared, there is no fear. There is no fear of failure, okay? Because even if you've walked out of something and you feel like you failed at it, your preparation is so strong that you're gonna take that failure and turn it into the outcome you desire. And most people stop at failure, okay? We've all failed at things. I'm gonna continue to fail at stuff, right? It's the most powerful tool you can use, but it all depends on how you use it. We talk about it in Relentless, okay? A scalpel, okay? In the hands of an individual, it can do unbelievable damage. In the hands of a professional, of a doctor, it saves lives. So it's the same thing with failure. It's how you use it. It's that drive inside of you, okay? It's what we talk about, the dark side. The dark side is filled with failure, but it's the fuel that burns you like something that's never burned inside you before. Everybody's got a dark side, whether you want to admit it or not. Everybody's got one. It's the individuals that can tap that dark side, okay, that know how to use it, that know how to control it. And everyone talks about dark side as it being bad. It's not about being bad. It's about something that's unique to you, okay? It's what fuels you. It's what's your desires. It's your ego. It's your fucking greed. It makes you separate. It's what lights your fire. Instead of having somebody else light your fire, the dark side keeps your fire lit. It's something that's unique to that individual, to you, that pushes you, that nobody understands. Only you understand it. And you see it a lot of time in athletes. When it gets out of control, it's, athletes, business, politicians, all that other stuff. It can destroy you. But the individuals that can control it, harness it, acknowledge it, know how to use it, it takes them to a completely different level. Those individuals that won't tap into everything that they have. And so the dark side is, just because of the way I phrase it, they think it's this evil and it's this bad thing, and it's not. It's not. Think about the times where everything was going wrong. Nothing was going right. What kept you going? What kept you going? When there was no friends around, there was no family, you were in that place, what kept you going? Right? That was your dark energy. That was your dark side. It's not an evil thing. It's an evil thing if you don't recognize it. It's an evil thing if you allow it to become destructive. It's an evil thing if you use it for excuses. But if you harness it, it takes you to places that you couldn't even imagine. And every single winner in all forms of life, they may not talk about it, but they've all tapped into that energy, the light energy, the dark energy, the subconscious energy, the conscious energy. They use everything. They use everything. And in order to have winning requires you to do and use everything, because you don't know one day if winning, not even a day, you don't know from minute to minute if winning is going to wear a halo or it's going to meet you with fangs. And if you can't deal with the halo, you definitely can't deal with the fangs. If you can't deal with the fangs, you can't deal with the halo. And they may require different energy. They may require different energy.
The thing that I'm obsessed with is getting people to understand that nature has given you tools. I won't say whether they're good or bad tools, but rage is a tool. Anger exists for a reason. Aggression exists for a reason. And it feels different. And so I understand how the words sort of light energy, dark energy come to be. There are moments of time where that's going to be the thing that you need in that moment to get you through. I try to spend 80% of my time in the light and think of the beautiful things that I'm trying to create in the world. And that keeps me going until it doesn't. And then when it's dark and I'm scared and I'm broken and just exhausted, in those moments, it's thinking about the people that actively want me to fail. It's shifting over into an aggressive energy. It's shifting over into rage. And if you think about how you would react if somebody attacked the ones that you love, it wouldn't be with diplomacy. It would be with ferocity.
Yes.
And to me, it's like acknowledging that millions of years of evolution have led to the moment where, in a moment of crisis, what presents itself to you is aggression, is dominance, is rage, is attack. And if in those moments people view that as a thing to not be touched, a tool not to be used, that to me is a mistake.
It's a huge mistake. People say you got to attack your goals, but you got to control your feelings. They label us with all these different things that when it's to get what we want, it's always got to be in a positive light, a positive light, a positive light. But when you have individuals, like you said, that are trying to attack you, that attack you personally, that attack your work ethic, that attack your success, that are trying to take away everything that you've worked so hard to get. Are you only going to use the light, or are you going to use your aggression? Are you going to use your controlled rage? Are you going to use those things to protect you? And if you haven't acknowledged your dark side and you haven't tapped into it and realized what it is and acknowledge it, just like winning has no loyalty and winning doesn't know your name, it's going to say, hey, I don't know who you are. To me, anger is a reaction to what somebody else said to you. It creates an emotion. The dark side turns your anger into controlled rage. Now you're in control. Now, how long can you stay in control? That's the difference. Are you going to burn out right away? All of a sudden you just let out all this rage? Or do you know how to control it and place it in the right places, not only to win the battle, but to win that war? And we literally have a war going on every single moment. It may not be out in here, but there's a war that goes on in here all the time with ourselves. All the time. And you can't win that war with only light. You can't.